about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
Check 55 to Mike. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Tighten up. Ready?
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Watch twins. Check 3. Check 3.
80 weapons. Hey, Haywood.
Check. Check. Check.
Running with Kamara. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
3, 218, chopper. Look at me. Go.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, lock it. Now.
From the gun, Kirkland eluding the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Returnable for Grant. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. We were just talking about him pregame. 3 tackles for a loss. Last week you thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there, another one in the first quarter.
He's every bit of what you described. And I don't want to make it too simplistic, but right now for him, it's see ball, get ball. And that's what he's doing really, really well, and he's doing it in the offense's backfield.
On 2nd and 12, Murray, Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Denver.
65. Safety equipment.
on 1st and 10. Here's Murray. That one complete to Elliott. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Murray going to throw. Caught by Cobb. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play. Murray now on 1st down. This one complete to Coleman. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it. Because
now a loose football. Coleman lost it, and the Jags grab it. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Ready up.
55. Hey, defense, let's go.
5.
Looking to throw. Kirkland. And that will be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about it. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They will run with Grant. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Broncos 7, Jaguars nothing.
Set. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Let's keep moving. Get it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Kirkland. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. A gain there of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. On first down, Kirkland. Flush to his right, and he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
And the Jaguars first down.
Check three.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Jet pilot, 64, weak. Now. Hit it.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Ready.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
61, matchbox, light.
at the 20-yard line.
Check 37. Joker. Check 26. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Now.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Go.
55. Hey, eat. Let's go.
Deep rim.
To throw on 3rd down, Kirkland. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. A nice pickup on first down, 7 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Alvin Kamara with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point tacked on by Lambo, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You've got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Grant. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second down, it's Elliott, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
Hey, check. 3 down. Let's go now. Hey, watch the slant.
Looking to throw on second down. Murray to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can know where to go here. He lost the football. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This is taken at the 3. And terrific field position here as they finally get him just shy of the midfield stripe.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one covers 29 yards. First down. They'll run on first down. It's Grant. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They go back to Grant, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Murray with a 3rd and long. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Murray and company going for it on 4th. The quick slant caught. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos push further out in front. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some money.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw is Murray. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
In for the score. And the Broncos capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Now McManus for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Play fake. Murray. Over the middle, complete. It's Hodges. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Elliott. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
On second down, Elliott. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. On that last carry, he just passed LaDainian Tomlinson, Charles, on the all-time NFL rushing list.
And congratulations to him, and I'm sure LT would probably applaud him as well. But he'd also ask him, as well as you carried it, could you throw it like I could too?
LT, though, finished his career at 13,684, and now he's soaring past that. Throwing on second down, Murray. Escaping the pressure right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 30. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Okay, he's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch out.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's get this ball back for the offense.
Running is Jacobs. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Kirkland. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Lambeau is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. He's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now this time, Murray to throw it. And that's Elliott, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. But they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 14-yard touchdown. As they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 30, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Corey Grant with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Important extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 9.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill up.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This to make it a 2-score game. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is. But, Charles, a 1-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play. Coming the Hail Mary, they just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for Denver, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they will head back home next week.